Okay. So, here's the situation is we are on our way to the moon and we have got almost no hydrogen left. That is not a good position to be in, so what we might do is just use our jetpack to scout out these rocks that are not too far away. We don't have an antenna on our ship either, so we might want to put one on so we can find our way back here. We can set a GPS up, but if the ship does drift at all, like we are probably drifting slightly, yeah, we've got no chance of finding it. So I think it's about time we stuck an antenna on. We'll put the range up to, I don't know, maybe 5Ks, maybe up to 10. We'll have a look around and see if any unknown signals pop up first. But yeah, we want to scout out these various rocks around here and see if there's any ice on them. We don't want to fly the whole ship over there unless we know we're going to pick something up. So anyway, we'll finish cleaning this mess up. It was a nice idea, but unfortunately it was going to go nowhere productive for us. So anyway, we don't need extraneous weight. We'll figure out something later on with what we're going to do with setting up a habitable area on the ship. Like, we will work something out. We may even put like just a cockpit on there, but then we've got to reconfigure it. We've got the flight seat there, and that just works as it is. So I don't know, maybe I'm just being a bit slack. Probably. But there's the tools I've got to work with. I can only be me. Okay. Yeah, we'll just chuck the antenna on the top somewhere here. We're going to put it so that it's on an angle, doesn't stick out too far. I think we're going to have to build a beacon first to unlock it. I mean, we could build a little scout drone. I haven't done that before. And we can chuck little ion engines on it, chuck a small nuclear reactor to power it, make it as light as possible, and even chuck a drill on it so if we do come across something. Oh, and obviously we're going to want an ore detector on it. Yeah, we're dropping parts again. So yeah, pick that up, chuck it in there. So maybe the little drone thing is not a bad idea, because yeah, if we stick a remote control on there and we've got an antenna on the ship, if we lose the drone, we don't lose too much. Whereas if we can't find our way back to the ship, we have a significant problem. So I think we'll give that a crack. Drop the stuff again. So yeah, pick up all that stuff, pick up that stuff. Now, about the music, yeah, I did say I was going to go through and get some more, but I've just been pumping out stream after stream. So I haven't really had the mental patience to go and listen to a whole bunch of music that I'm not gonna like. Like, I don't mind this music. I mean, it's palatable. But yeah, what I wanted to do was actually get 4 hours of the music, like off of the YouTube. What do you call it? The royalty, or the stuff that YouTube allows you to use. Now the problem, like originally I wanted to write my own, but the problem with that is if it's not digitally signed, then you know YouTube might, or someone could come along and say, oh, you know, that sounds like someone else's song, and claim any potential future revenue. It's just a headache. Like trying to deal with copyright issues is a nightmare. So yeah, this stuff is all provided by YouTube. One of the unfortunate things about that is I can't put the stream on any of the other services, just in case I wanted to. So yeah, it's part of the terms and conditions, but you know, I figured, like, I've watched YouTube ever since it started. I've always wanted to actually contribute to it, but I've always had too many other things going on in my life. I've got a lot of time now, a lot less physically abled than I was previously, so I figured, yeah, let's just give this a crack. Game streams are quite popular, and hopefully show new players that the game is nowhere near as hard as what at first, like, it can seem very intimidating. Like, yeah, it's the way, probably the best way to describe it is like Minecraft for adults. If you don't do some things right, even if you think you do them right, and you put a lot of thought into it, yeah, you still end up having an incredibly hard time with it. So anyway, what we want to do is, like, oh yeah, we want to put an antenna on first. So we're going to have to put a beacon up so we can unlock the antenna. And we'll probably just grind that down straight away. Is there anything in this container? Yep, there's batteries in there. So we're going to we'll clear up all the space on the top. These containers here, we're not going to end up using them as they are now. So yeah, we'll just knock them off, tidy them up. Probably what we'll do after we recharge our suit is up the top there, we'll lift up some armor blocks up to roughly the height of where the thrusters are, and like we'll set up that to be the outer skin layer, I guess you could call it, like up this layer here. So we'll have a sizable gap under here, and we'll put other things like we will expand underneath this space here. But yeah, so let's clear this out. Have a look at our cargo containers, because yeah, we don't want to chuck out the batteries. Why can't we move stuff? Because it's full. Fair enough, that's reasonable. Okay, chop that down. Dump all that stuff in there. Check this one out. We have got a few bits and pieces in there, so we'll shift them over to there, and we'll chop this one down. And empty what we got in our pockets. That one's empty, so dump all that out as well. That one's also empty, and the last one, and we got all down into a little, probably should have checked it first. Yep, we're empty. Good. Okay, from here, go up a couple of blocks, just grab some blocks, grab some steel plate. steel plates. There we go. So we want to bring it up. We don't want a heavy armor block. What are we doing? We want light armor block. So yeah, this height here is about where we want it. And we'll just run that across. And we'll mount our antenna underneath this. We'll call this the, well, don't have to call it anything. This is just going to be the upper sort of layer, I guess. Just mount that in a couple of spots, or just like that. We can grind this down here because we don't need that attached there like that. This is stuck on those engines. It might be better to have it mounted a little bit better, but at the moment that will do us just fine. So anyway, we'll have a look, find roughly where the middle is, grab some more blocks, and we'll come out from there, because we will eventually fill all this in. We'll probably want to go down on an angle just to make it look a bit more streamlined, I guess. So we could go on a shallow angle, but can't really be too bothered with that at the moment. So we also want a straight bit like that. We're going to put our antenna across there once we've got that all ready to go. So we're just sort of roughly plotting out where we want everything to be. That there like that. Alright, now we can't just build the antenna straight up. We need to put the beacon on first because we haven't unlocked the antenna. So I think we'll just chuck that on here, because why not? Beacon. We don't need to keep the beacon here either. We just need to build it. What do we want? Yep. Okay. And we need radio components. Let's have a look at production. And we still have a fair few of those thruster components to go. We've run out of probably platinum. So yeah, before we go start hunting around for that. That was silly. Lost access to that. Still need a bunch more. There we go. We've got the beacon up. Now we don't want to broadcast our position to everybody within 50 k's. So we're going to find the beacon and 20 k's, and yeah, we're going to put our broadcast radius down significantly. I'll leave it there because yeah, that way we'll always be able to find our way back to the ship if we're within 20 k's of it. And we've got a random block sitting there, which is another feature of the radios and beacons, is it detects the other blocks for us. So we can now detect other blocks or ships or whatever. This is just a loose block floating there. Okay, anyway, let's put in our antenna. I have been curious about using that. That works exactly the same as that. These two. This thing takes up a lot of space. Like, it's a bit of a pain. That's why I stick it there like that. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having a go at the satellite dish one sometime in the future. See if it takes up less space, because it is omnidirectional, like it's not like a proper satellite dish. So yeah, we're not going to be having to point it in a particular direction to get it to work. Whereas the laser antenna, you have to set GPS coordinates as a point-to-point kind of thing, which is not visible to anybody else. So yeah, if you want to have radio communication between two locations, they are very good for it. Anyway, there's our radio antenna, so now we can set up remote controls and stuff like that. But we want to turn our broadcast radius down on that too. So let's find our antenna. We're broadcasting at 5Ks. Let's drop it down to about 2. We just don't want other people, like if someone comes looking for that unknown signal, if they go to it, they're not going to see our antenna pinging. So who else is on? We've got 2 other people online. If they wanted to find us and our radios are broadcasting like greater than that distance, if they go straight there, they'll see our transmission, and that could end badly for us. So let's err on the side of caution until we have a little bit of security installed. We'll just extend this out a little bit, just in case we come down a bit funny. Like this will break if we hit the ground with it, but like I'd rather this broke than that broke. So like I don't mind breaking armor blocks and stuff like that, but I really don't like the idea of losing the nuclear reactor, considering it's now our only source of electricity other than our batteries. Like, the batteries store power and deliver it when it's needed, whereas our nuclear reactor is the only power generator. As we got rid of all the hydrogen engines. But yeah. Probably should have grabbed more than that. There we go. Okay, so, you know, it's just more like a safety blanket than anything else. It makes me feel a little bit better. Won't necessarily save me, but yeah. Anyway, so let's get to thinking about this drone we want to build. Now, we're going to try and keep it as simple as possible. We want a mining drone. The reason why we want a drone is because we don't want to have to put life support on it. We want to make it as light as we can. We'll use ion engines on it, and we'll use a nuclear reactor. We'll chuck a cargo container on there and a drill. So yeah, it's going to be as simple as we can make it, and we'll just build it off the ship, and then we'll separate it from the ship. So we'll just throw some blocks on here. And yeah, make sure that we don't lose it by doing something silly like getting out of range with it. We should probably... Can we make any reactor components? Let's see if we can build a small, large grid nuke. Small reactor. Now... I don't know whether or not we're going to be able to build that. We should be able to build it. We only need silver and gravel, so... our other assemblers seem to be taking on the work. We'll cancel those. Let's have a look at assembler 2. Do we have any in inventory? 3 and 57, so I think we'll be fine. Alright, so let's start with the cargo container. It seems like a safe place to start. We need interior plate. So we'll chuck that on there. We'll make the platform a little bit wider. Because, yeah, it'd be nice to be able to walk around without worrying about falling off. That's annoying. I'm gonna try, like, I've had somebody watch the stream and try to chat a couple of times and I have not noticed, so, and I feel bad. If you are watching and you do say something, like, I'm not trying to ignore you or anything of the sort, like, quite the contrary. I enjoy any feedback or what have you. Because why not, you know, like, I'm a social person. Well, social in the game. There's a lot of other aspects where I'd prefer not to deal with people, but here, I'm more than happy to have a chat. Okay, so anyway. Actually, I think I'll turn the nuke on the side. Oh, actually, no, I can just access the container there. So, put our remote control on here. So, let's see. We haven't done anything with the remote yet, so. Put it on facing that way. And then we'll put our, like, that'll be facing the front of the ship. We got our cargo container there. I'll put a connector on the bottom of it so we can just, and if we put a connector on the top of the ship, we can dock straight to the ship. We're not looking at picking up huge amounts of ore or anything. What we're mainly building this for is as a scout. So, just have a look and see how long we need to put an antenna on it. So what do we got? Antenna is quite long. So yeah, what is it? 2, 4, 6 blocks long. So we can probably go 2 more containers. Like, we're going to put the thruster at the back. Not that one, we want an ion thruster. Small one. Put one there. And we'll have directional ones, we'll just place them around wherever. Put an angle block there like that, and we'll connect our antenna to that, or yep. I don't know if we could just use the beacon, but anyway, we'll just work with this. It's a bit unwieldy, pressing the wrong damn key. Yeah, stick that on there like that. And we want to make sure that we are not sticking this antenna out past the front of where our drill's going to be going. We don't want to smash the antenna because we'll end up losing the drone. A lot of the blocks underneath will probably end up just taken off. This is going to be a bare bones sort of build. So yeah, we'll chuck another cargo container on the front here. We probably need to connect or keep a couple of blocks there. So anyway, we'll take this one out. We get it all laid out before we weld it up. So we've got those two containers free, but we're probably going to have to keep those blocks there. What we might do is just use the smaller blocks. I'll connect that across there. So that way it doesn't go anywhere whilst we chop these ones out. We'll put the lower profile blocks here and try to make it a little bit smaller. Actually, I'll stick a connector there. So, hang on, we want that. Let's just put the connector on. We'll go for an angled armor block there, and we'll stick the drill on the front. Here, yeah, we'll just go full size blocks and we'll keep them on. Because we do want a little bit of protection around it, so take these off. And yeah, we'll put a downward thruster, upward thruster. So, are we going to be okay as we are there like that? So I'm worried that that reactor is going to want to make it fall apart. I think we're alright. Yep, we're solid. So, yep. Looking okay. So we want downward thrusters, upward thrusters, back thrusters. So we might go for 3 forward thrusters, 2 backs, 2 downs, 2 ups, and then we've got every direction covered. Yeah, I think we'll be good to go. So let's bust out the ion thrusters downwards. Oh, that was too high. We should have gone down 1. So take that out. Again, this is just a drone. This is not mainly just a scout. So yeah, we'll chuck a couple, or we'll chuck a single up on each side, and we'll chuck a, actually something that we haven't done that we should do is our sideways thrusters. How do we want those to go? Alright, so chuck something there for now. No, this is turning into a dog's breakfast. So take this off, take that off, yank that. Okay. Problem that we have is if we try to take that thruster out without anything there, we're going to drop the antenna, lose the initial layout. Let's fill our suit back up. The other thing that we want to put on this little thing is, we'll put a landing gear on it too, so that way, yeah, we can take it with us, just mount it to the ship. You can just use the connector port, but the thing I've noticed can be problematic with that is sometimes you put that block in there. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit longer than what we originally planned, but that's fine. Yeah, using the connector to try and carry this stuff around, it's like I've had things knock loose from it, so that's never a good thing. So anyway, back to thruster placement. So chuck sideways, chuck two sides, chuck it down, actually I'll take out that sideways one there, I'll chuck an up one here, and a back one there. I think that will work with trying to keep it as tight as possible. And yeah, chuck another, oh actually no, because I'm going to have two, I want another sideways thruster there. So yeah, I'll come out here with blocks, I'll put some angle blocks in. We don't want heavy armor blocks, just use the lights, because this is just a trial run. Don't want to overcomplicate things. And we'll chuck a block in there. Go for an angled one in here and here, here. We're going to also want to put a camera on it on the front, so we might want to go for a straight block here. Alright, so yeah, because we need the camera, we also want to put the drill on the front there, or actually, don't know whether or not we want a piston and a drill, but yeah, anyway, we'll replicate the same thing on the other side, so we can clear all this stuff off now. We don't need this here, and we'll just duplicate what we did on that side. So what do we got? Oh, and we're going to put 3 across the back there. Actually, we might just put 2. We'll put 1 up there. So we got sideways there. 1 there. We got our down one here. We had, where do we have our up? Okay, next to that we had our upwards thruster on the other side of the antenna. And down the bottom I think we had our back. Yep, just in there. So it's getting a bit hard to see everything with all the wire frames. But, so we'll weld up what we've got so far. So yeah, if we do manage to find ice or something like that at any of the nearby asteroids, we'll pick it up, bring it back to the ship, load it up, and what the heck is going on with the build planner? Okay, dump everything. We'll have a look and see what we're doing wrong. Okay, let's go and start again. Do one thing at a time this time. Alright, let's check our build plan. Yep, we're empty, so we'll chuck on the reactor next. Oh, we probably should have put a battery on there. Hindsight is 2020. Oh well, we'll stick. Like we've got a. What do we got here? Oh, we're missing a thruster. That's. So we've got. Yeah, we had another thruster sticking on there, so we'll sort that out in a minute. Why is our build planner empty? Not to worry. Okay, let's get that stuff done. Remote control built. Alright, that's done. Build our radio. Actually, yeah. Let's not build the radio, let's build that last. Start chucking all these together. I'm sure there is, yeah, okay, we'll take this block out and we'll chuck our battery in there. Yep, okay, and we'll pick up everything we can. Okay, that's one, and finish the battery off. We should have more than enough stuff for that, because we had a bunch of power cells we had to move out of the way earlier. Alright, we have that all hooked up. That battery is now charging. Let's continue building parts. We should have, hopefully, enough parts for all the thrusters we want. Because I'm pretty sure that we had a surplus of them. Chuck on that as well. Alright. Next one. Yeah, added build planner. And this will be a handy little tool to use for like welding up the ship as well, because we don't have a massive cargo capacity here, but it's not bad, and we can stick a welder on there or a grinder on there if we want to go and strip stuff down. So if we want to do mad areas of like welding and stuff like that, that'll save us a lot of effort. So I can't remember which one I was welding up. Doesn't matter, they're all going to get done. Okay, what else we got? That one. Yeah, we need another sideways thruster on there, and we'll put on the blocks for the side as well, the armor blocks, to tidy it up a little. Okay, that's another one done. I do find sometimes doing little things like this a bit fiddly and difficult, because it's like, oh, what did I miss? That's annoying. So yeah, gyro. We forgot to put a gyro on it. That would be catastrophic. Like, as long as we have all the thrusters, then we can stop it from going away. But yeah, not having the gyro, that is a crucial flaw in it at the moment. So where are we going to put those? Or one of them. Well, we'll finish welding up what we got first. We might just stick it at the bottom here. That might be a good idea. But yeah, let's finish this off first. So far, let's just not forget the gyro. We still got another thruster to add on, another sideways thruster, because having two in each direction would be probably the smart way to go. So no matter which way we're going to go, we're going to have the same equivalent thrust. So if we go forwards, we're going to have a countering force of the same amount. For a little prospector or something like that that's just working in space, I think that's going to work quite good for us. Like, hopefully it's going to be powerful enough to just zip around and find us some ice. Get us out of the bind that we're currently in. But yeah, like, potentially as well, like, we'll be able to use this thing quite a bit. Like I said, for helping us to weld up the ship and whatnot. That would be pretty cool. Probably shouldn't have done that. I think I've just disconnected. Oh no, maybe not disconnected it, because it. No, I probably did. Oh no, because we've got those side blocks on, so that was fortunate. So I could put that there, and I think it will be fine. Put two gyros in, because why not? We can always turn them down, but if we're at 100%, we can't turn them up. So let's grab some more parts. I do prefer to work solutions in survival mode over creative mode. That's my personal preference. Some people would much rather just jump in creative and lay it all out, create a blueprint, and then use a projector and stuff like that. There's merit to that method. Like, don't get me wrong, I think that's perfectly reasonable, a method to, or a reasonable approach. Oh yeah, we probably want to put lights on this as well. So yeah, we'll get the gyros sorted first. We'll chuck that other thruster on that we forgot. But yeah, like, it feels like it has more of a purpose when it's in survival, and more working towards solving the particular problem that I'm working on at the time, whereas I do feel like I get bogged down a little bit doing it in creative mode, because there is no challenge to trying to get it all working and whatnot. So, but that's a personal opinion. Now, one thing I have noticed that's going to be problematic here is those thrusters are going to interfere with that port, but I think we'll just have to have a port that sticks out a little way on the base. We can change that later by extending that down, but I think I'll just leave it as it is for now. So yeah, anyway, another thruster goes here. Yep, another one here. Sideways. Doesn't want to orient itself appropriately. So we need some steel plate. But yeah, when you've got a good supply of materials, then yeah, it is pretty easy to run through and build things this way. Like, it's my preference, so doesn't necessarily mean it's the best way. It's probably definitely not, but it works for me and the way I think about problems. And also taking the time to weld it up like that, I look at how it's built and all the rest of that sort of stuff and see whether or not it is actually functioning. We got another thruster here we need to assemble. So yeah, there, that's where we're going. Now at the moment, because it's connected to the main base, that battery's still charging. So, but as soon as we disconnect it, we want to make sure that we've got uranium in the nuclear reactor. So we don't need to go in there. Can't draw. Are we short one thruster component? Are you kidding? Let's have a look. Probably are. Okay, what is needed for a thruster component? Gold and platinum. Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got as far as gold. Because we did have a stack of gold. And we've got some platinum, so let's just make another thruster component. Yep, it let us do it. Awesome. Okay, we've got all of our directional thrusters going, so there should be 12. Yep. Our antenna's not welded up on purpose yet, because we have to set the range on it. We will need to boost the range a little bit, as well as boost the range on, like when we start flying it around, like we want to make sure that we're not going to go out of range. And yeah, we'll just weld up all of these blocks, make it look like something intended, not like someone sneezed a whole bunch of blocks at a computer. And said, "Ah, look, I made a thing." Now, that antenna is in a pretty sketchy spot, realistically. It's probably not ideal, but damn thing's a pain to work around. Need more steel plate, so we'll finish up these bits. Probably should have grabbed more than that. Because, yeah, we just weld the whole lot up whilst we're at it. So, yeah, one of them there. One of these. There and there. Okay, now we're weld up. And we want another block in here. So that's how we had it on the other side. We'll probably chuck something on the back. But yeah, let's weld up this now. There's no way we grab all of those components, because can't carry them all in one go. Okay, grab some more. Takes like 3 goes to weld this damn thing up. In fact, we probably could move that back a little bit, thinking about it. So if we Yeah, that'll be alright. That'll be fine too. If we chuck an angle block on here, coming up like this, and then chuck square block there, and angle block there. Now we attach the antenna. Let's clear the build planner first. Dump everything back in there and pick up that stuff because that'll stop us from being able to do anything. Yep, I think that's going to be a much better way to go. We've moved it back a little bit. Like, we've only moved it back one block, but... Okay, what else did we drop down there that's in the way? More steel plate. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's much better. So it's, even though it's still sticking out one block over the drill, still much better off than we were. So weld these up. Suit's running out of juice again. Now, having the nuclear reactor on here, if we put a decent amount of uranium in it, we should be able to run for a decent amount of time, in theory. So we'll be able to get a fair bit of scouting done, rather than all the massive amount of fuel that we've been burning with our ship trying to mine stuff or prospecting for stuff. Like, at the moment, we are extremely low on fuel. We can't realistically build all the ion thrusters that we need to make the ship mobile without hydrogen. So, what's going on now? All right. Two more. Alright. Okay. Now it's looking like we're pretty good to ready to go. Like, it's not super well built, but I think it's going to be good enough to do what I want it to do in the meantime. So, here's hoping we put everything together the right way. Let's chuck some uranium in before we chuck the drill on. Yeah, we'll grab some uranium. Grab 100 ingots and chuck it into the cargo container. That work? No, they're not cargo containers, they're conveyors. What a dumb move that was. Okay. That's not connected to anything. Okay, does that mean that this is not connected? Oh, what the hell is going on? Start again. Okay. So, okay. Cargo container, yes. Cargo container here, yes. Oh, that block there is detached itself. So, get rid of this. Can we weld this up? Free up some space. Yep. Alright. Now we can attempt to finish grinding that down. Okay, so that was a pretty significant weak spot. But, you know, we learned a thing. Anyway, what do we want? Welder. Let's those two, collect all the parts for them. I suppose while we're at it, what we should probably do is... Oh no, I'll leave it as it is for now. So put it back the way it was. Tinker with the design when there is a specific problem to work around. Steel. Alright, nearly there. Okay, grab. Why can't you get those parts out? Just didn't want me to have them. Odd. Camera as well. So, anyway. Chuck a block on there. Weld it up. Need more metal. But yeah, we want a camera on the front of that, so let's grab a bunch of steel, and from memory I think we're going to need a handful of computers. Then weld that up, and we'll weld that up, and now we want a camera, so where do we put that? There. Let's weld it up. Bam. Cruising. Alright. So, looks like it's all ready to go now. Now the antenna here is probably set to 5Ks. So, in fact, let's stick one of the drills on there anyway, just to... bye-bye parts. Anyway, yeah, we'll put our drill on. What the hell is all of this stuff? We've been thrown out a mountain of gravel, annoyingly. Probably didn't want to throw all that gravel out, because we wanted to make reactor parts, so damn it, turn that damn thing off. Anyway, finish assembling the drill. Okay, so we have a drill set up. Are we ready to cut it away yet? I think so. What have I forgotten, if anything? And I'll stick the landing gear under here, so that way, yep. If it'll go there, may need to actually extend that down so it goes a little bit lower, I think. So yeah, put that there. Oh, damn it, that failed. Alright, so alright, try this again. That's in the way. Alright, okay, grind that down. I thought it was still going to be attached. I was wrong. Alright, now we've got... we want block. We need steel plate as we chucked it all back in here. And we want that there like that. And we want the antenna on there. That. Okay, so that, and that. Okay. Okay, more parts. Yep. More parts. Okay, why are we still... There we go. Now we're done. Alright. Now, yeah, the reason why that was a little bit fiddly is need the clearance for the landing gear to be able to be placed. Just gonna put it, have to put it one back, so stick it there. That looks like a good enough spot for it. So that way, yeah, we can park it up and then make sure we can properly configure it. Well, at least attempt to. I don't know if we can just operate the remote control without having a cockpit. I'm hoping. I don't really want to put the cockpit on, because that's really not the intended purpose. So I think we'll just cut it away and we'll try to control it and hope for the best. Okay, see how we go. Alright, we're gonna grab... Oh, fucks. Just annihilated myself. Alright, let's pick up all my crap. Me good tools. Okay, I want to pick up an oxygen bottle. Because, yeah, I don't want to have to think about whether or not I'm going to run out of air. There we go. Okay, because, yeah, we're just going to be sitting in, controlling it from here. Oh, I didn't put lights on it. But anyway, so now remote access. We want to go for probably this one. Let's have a look. Where are we? Okay, now if we go G, camera, view. Whoa, we've got, there we go, we've got our little ship going. So we have a functioning drone, albeit very, very sketchy. Okay, let's turn down our gyros. They are way too potent. But we are working. We have no fuel in our reactor, so we don't want to run away too far. That's still really potent, but when we fill up, we're going to need it. Oh, we should have put an ore detector on here as well, so let's see if we can park it somewhere without killing ourselves. Yeah, turning those gyros down some more. Let's turn them both down to 5%. That's a lot more manageable. So, yeah. Ore detector. That's something I forgot to put on. But yeah, we'll just park on the top here. And we are parked. Now, something else that well, before we do anything else, right? Because, yeah, we don't want to flatten our batteries, stuffing about, trying to figure out what we're doing. Because, yeah, that would be tragic. Probably do also want to put a camera facing down, but probably would have been easier to, I don't know, there's a million different ways we could set this thing up, but yeah, the whole point of this thing was get it looking for ore, and we haven't put an ore detector on it yet. So yeah, I think that's a pretty dopey move, personally. But yeah, let's grab some uranium again, because we put it all back. Uranium. Just grab 50. That's how we actually realized that we stuffed up. And that's automatically going to end up in the reactor, and now we have fuel for days in it. Good. Okay, now an ore detector. And the other thing that we'll want to do is we'll bump up the transmission range on our ship, but yeah. Where did I put the ore detector? 6. Yep. So we'll just chuck it on there. I need some metal. Steel plate. So yeah, we'll chuck that on here. Chuck a light on. Spotlight on here. Just to help illuminate things for us. So as it is now, like, it is a little difficult to see just from that camera angle. It's not a very wide angle. So personally, I'd like to have a wider field of view with it, but you know, it is what it is. It's a little remote control drone, which is the first one I've made. So that's kind of cool. And it worked a little, it's a very zippy little thing. Anyway, I stepped in front of one of the thrusters and cooked myself a little, so and I put my health back up. And barbecued myself. Okay, now we'll go back into the remote access. That one, control it, and we'll have a look there, and landing gear up, and we are flying. We got very little of a reference point as to where we are. Thinking about it, let's boost the antenna range a little bit. We've got 60 k's away, we've got an unknown signal, so let's jump out of the spot that we're currently in, I think. Let's F out of that view. Because, yeah, if someone's nearby, I'd rather not be nearby. So, yeah. The other thing that we want to do is we will want to turn off all of our thrusters so that they don't try to fight us. We'll turn off all the gyros and all that sort of business. So yeah, we'll configure that. All of our thrusters. Actually, we'll select the thrusters and the gyroscopes. Save, and yeah, we'll have them as a toggle to turn on or off as well. So we'll stick that into number 2 groups. And the other thing that we're going to want to do is block tools, add our drill in somewhere, so that way we can use our drill. Okay, so we'll turn everything off. We are going to just jump somewhere away from where we currently are. We'll give ourselves a little bit of distance from where let's go this way and we'll go to our jump menu. We'll go 100 k's that way, so don't want anyone picking up radio transmissions. 60 k's, pretty close, so we don't want to be too far away from the moon though, because that's what our ultimate goal is. So anyway, back into remote access. Okay, there is an Earth station somewhere. What the hell does that say? COVID-19 tracking nanite. What? That's on the planet. It's 170 k's away. Anyway, that's something that we might have to go and check out. It's green as well. Beginner-friendly refinery, utility, and cryo. Come and visit or welcome. Ah, nice. Maybe. Although it is coming up red. SZB. Is anybody on? Doesn't say. Okay, anyway. So, back to remote access. Control that, turn all stuff back on, and view, and we didn't turn up the antenna range on our ship, so we just get out of that, antenna. So yeah, we'll put it up to 10 k's. Ish. Okay. And now remote access. Control this. Okay, we'll put this up to 10 k's as well. Antenna 4. About there. So yeah, we're not going to run out of range. And yeah, let's get moving. Should probably set it up so our backwards thrusters, put them on their own group. Ion back. Save. Then we'll put that into where is it? Our groups. We'll chuck that onto number 3. Toggle block on and off. So that way we can just coast. So yeah, we'll coast over to this rock. We'll keep an eye on our antenna. We don't want to go. We want to keep inside 10 k's of the antenna there. Otherwise, yeah, we are going to lose control. and not be able to do anything with it. Just throw it out, basically. That's not what we want to do. Completely defeat the purpose of what we're trying to do, which is recover some ice so we can go and land on the moon. But we're getting there. We've got the means now to... We could even get closer to the moon's surface, fly down to the moon. I don't know if we'd have the power to overcome the gravity of the moon with how much we got. But yeah, something else we should do is our ore detector. Bump up the range on that because we want it maxed out. But yeah, we are already a fair way off of our ship. 6K's out. I mean, we can go a lot further out, but I don't want to broadcast too far. Because yeah, I don't know what's out here. We've got 117 Ks away, we've got a strong signal. So we are 8 kilometers. So yeah, we are starting to get... See, our ship is a long way away. Okay, we're going to boost the range of that. So let's boost the range of this antenna first. Antenna 4, take it up to 15. Okay, now we leave this and we go into our antenna here. What antenna? Was it antenna 4? No. We need to go into here. We have a look at antenna there, and we'll put that up to about the same, 15 Ks, and we'll go back into remote access. Oh no, why can't we control this? What's going on? Ah, no. Okay, I think we went that way. I don't know what I did wrong there. Hopefully we'll be able to find it. Oops, turn that on. Can we see it? Oh, I think I just botched it. Anyway, let's try again. No. Terminal? Where is... Ah, completely lost the damn thing. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the general direction that we were going. Oh well, you learn something new every day, usually through a failure of some sort or another. And this has been a gross failure. Okay, there's iron on that. Struggles. So we'll just coast along over there. See if we can stumble across it. I have no idea why it stopped broadcasting. It's like, is the antenna... The antenna, I increased it. Oh. Damn glitches. Was it perhaps over there? Let's have a look. Can't see it. Can't see it there. I was close to an asteroid. Just don't know which one because they all look the damn same. That looks like it could be ice. Well, the grid's still up. Still can't see it. We may have stumbled across some ice though, so... What's that? That's not it. Should have painted it like a really... Oh, there we go. We've got it. Okay. We'll slow down. Okay, can we remote access it? Yes. Okay, now let's check out the antenna and see what the hell was going on with it. Everything's fine. There was no good reason for that to stop working. Okay. Anyway, lesson learned. Do not drop control of it. Where is our ship? Beacon. There we go. Hello, me. Can't tell whether or not we're actually moving. Oh yeah, we are moving. Okay. And the ship is still moving, and I don't know why. Let's have a pass. See, I think all the engines are not off. No, they're not. Okay, so well, anyway, we're inside range at the moment, so okay, we want to make sure we don't drift. Okay, now we'll go back into our remote access and control our drone, go back to the camera and see if we can go and pick up some ice from something. We'll check out this. We are a lot closer now. The only reason why I'm a little sketched out is because this is the first time I've done anything with a remote control thing, so I don't know what to expect. Okay, we've got iron here. You just bump up the power of the gyro a little bit. Now, I don't really care about the iron at the moment. What we really want is ice. Now what I'll also do with this is I'll stick a camera on the bottom next to the docking port. That's the word I was looking for. So that way, yeah, I can land the thing or connect it up to the ship easier, and much easier to dump all of the material that we collect. Much easier. Okay, I don't think we got any ice here, unfortunately. Okay, we can zoom. That's the one that I want to go and look at. So let's shoot over there. This thing does work pretty well. It accelerates extremely slowly. So what we might want to do is add a couple more thrusters to the back of this to help us get going a little bit faster. Now I think we might have to move the base ship. Although, yeah, we did increase the range to 15 k's, so we might be okay. But yeah, we'll shoot over here. Keep an eye on our beacon distance. But yeah, okay, so as a mental note, we'll try to get back within a couple of kilometers, or probably within like 1.5 k's of the base ship before we disconnect from controlling it. I don't know whether or not that's how it's supposed to work, but I think that's just how I'm gonna do it. Now, I'm very sure I saw a light blue patch on there. I can't see it now. Oh, maybe it's there, maybe it's not. But it would be really nice to find something. Because we'll just we'll like collect up a bit of ice. Looks like we're not going to be able to have enough range to make it over there. Maybe even put a couple of big downward thrusters and a couple of big forward thrusters, so that way we could just go down to the moon. Let's start slowing down now. But yeah, we'll just chuck a little bit of ice on this thing. We'll fly it back, so that way, yeah, it's achieved all the objectives with this particular thing, with the drone. And yeah, we're starting to get close to our range limit. We're still inside it. Ice, there we go. Excellent. Okay. Couple of 100 meters or 100 meters. Are we going to be able to get to it? Okay, we don't want to smash this thing up. A single drill, not as effective as having several drills, but we are just testing it out at the moment. And yeah, like getting the hang of it, so everything seems to be working okay. A few little concerning glitches, such as, I mean, we are not far off the limit of radio range at the moment. I mean, we've still got a little bit of room to move, but we are close to the limit, closer than I'd like. But that being said, you know, if we find what we're looking for, we're just going to bring the big ship over, so we don't have to fiddle about with docking and all that other crap. We just wanted to scout it out and make sure we'd find something before. But that being said as well, you know, this is the purpose of it, is to just go and mine, like scout things out. And also the other thing is we'll be able to get this into tight spaces, so we don't have to try and, like, you know, if it's in a little cave type thing, we can go and explore the cave out, and or a hollow asteroid is probably more what I was thinking. Just keep an eye on our weight. Not that that's going to be a significant problem, it's more that it lets us know how we're going with filling it up without having to go back into the inventory menu. So yeah, we'll check our inventory. Picked up a bunch of stone, which we don't want. All of that we'll just chuck in the reactor. But we got a good chunk of ice. Drill's still got a little bit of room left in it, so we may as well completely fill it up. Because yeah, we can easily turn up the juice on the gyros. So we'll take back as much as we can carry. We don't want to smash that antenna though, so got to be mindful of that. But yeah, I think we're good now. And yeah, we'll head back to our ship. Just burn straight on back. Probably should have GPS'd it. Let's do that. So that way, yeah, we can just send our ship, big ship, over here. So, yep, GPS. That way we'll, like, yeah, guaranteed to find it. View from current position. Earth. Space. Ice. There we go. Cool beans. Okay, now we'll go back. Feeling the weight. It's not too bad, but yep, back towards the beacon, and we'll cruise on back. Once we, like, yeah, it's not bad considering we haven't left our ship. Realistically. So yeah, we'll juice our speed up, get there in a much shorter time. We'll send our big ship over, eat up all of that ice, turn it into fuel. But yeah, camera on the docking port on this thing, so we can switch between, like, yeah, the forward camera and the downward camera. Otherwise, this thing's going to be impossible to try and dock. You have to do everything with cameras. Try to figure it all out. That sounds like a nightmare. And what we might do at the back of the ship, we'll extend that platform out that we put to protect the, like, well, you know, as a little bit of tissue over the reactor, just in case we come in a little bit too hot towards the ground. We'll extend that out a little bit, and make a little platform that we can actually park this on, as long as it's not going to be in front of engines or something like that. I think that'll be a good place out of the way where it's not going to get hit on stuff when I'm trying to drill with the big ship. So that's the theory. Did I check this one out? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, start slowing down. Probably should have started slowing down already. Yeah, we'll get ourselves into a position where we can park from third person, because yeah, we are not set up for docking or parking yet. That's problematic. Don't want to break anything. Trying to do something that should be relatively simple. But also want to set up the other, what do you call it? Lost the train of thought. Okay, let's exit out of this view. Let's see where we are. Okay. Bringing it in. Bringing it down. Just lock on there. Excellent. Okay. Jump out. And let's look at setting up a connector for, not locked on. That's a little silly, but anyway. We'll chuck the downward camera on here whilst it's doing whatever it's doing. 3, Yep. Orient it like that. Load it up. Need more stuff for it. So what we can do is, like, we'll jump back in our cockpit. The other thing that we'll do is we'll put a docking port actually, rather than just a docking port straight up, we'll need interior plates. Okay, so interior plate, and now we want to put a connector on 5. Yep. So put it like that. Collect up all the bits we want for that. And that. Okay, now here comes the real proof in the pudding. So we go to remote access, control our drone, view the camera. Okay, that's our forward camera. Where's our downward camera? That's our ship camera. Landing gear was locked. Okay, so there it is. There's our docking port. And I think we locked onto something weirdly. Okay, now our docking port is below us, so we'll move forward a bit. And now we move down. Whoa, that was odd. Anyway, connector, we'll add to that, and we'll go to switch lock. It says it's ready to lock, and I think something bad happened. So let's have a look and see. Because yeah, that was quite a violent process. But no, we're all docked up. Everything all seems to be good to go. So yeah, we'll transfer all of that ice over. Inventory. Now, the inventory for the connected vessel is going to come up a different color here. That's handy. It looks like it may have already transferred the ice over into some other parts. So let's have a look. Ice here. Yep, it's already filled up all of those. And we'll just transfer everything else into cargo containers. That one's pretty full. That one's pretty full. That one's not. So chuck them in there. Them in there. Yeah, we've already used up a lot of the ice. So anyway, we'll go back to the remote control menu, remote access. Okay, I don't know why we can't access it right now. That's really odd. Okay. Maybe it's because we're connected. I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking if we try to put it on the back there. Well, we can control everything that's attached through this as well. So let's have a look and see if we can. Remote control. Okay, yep, we're back in. So what we'll do is we'll park it and then turn everything off. So might park it on that top bit there. See if we can park it up there. So We'll switch lock. Back it up a little bit. Don't really want to leave it here. Because, yeah, if we go to mine or something like that, we have to try and make sure we don't hit it on stuff. But it looks like it should be relatively safe up there. So, anyway, let's head over to the ice, our ice GPS. So, Earth, space, ice. So, yeah, we are increasing our fuel supply again, which is good news. Probably what we'll do is we'll make a proper little landing pad with somewhere where the foot can attach, as well as like the connectors attached as well. I think that'll be the way to go. So yeah, if we want to directly or control it from when it is attached, what we have to do is select the remote control and control it from there when we're connected to the docking port. So I learned something. I learned a lot of things just now. That's good. Let's see how fast we've burned through all the ice. Check our inventory. Yeah, we are fast chowing that ice down. So yeah, what we'll try and do, like we'll collect up as much of it as we can from this asteroid here. And yeah, we'll try to get it to 10 or 15% full. So that way we've got really good headroom as far as how much we're going to need to get it down to the surface. We really don't want to be running too tight, but we don't want to stay up here for eternity. You know, we are going to have to take some chances. But, you know, those risks that we take, they're going to be calculated with belief of success. Like, you know, we're going to believe that we're probably going to succeed. Like, if we have a look at the mass of our ship, our total mass, which I don't know if that's taken into account the parked drone on top there, but that's getting significantly lower. Yeah, we've easily got enough thrust downwards to slow us down, but whether or not we're going to have enough fuel to maintain it for a decent length of time to put ourselves down safely, that's the concern that I'm having. But yes, I feel that definitely is an objective achieved. Did we have to make it out of a large grid? No. But it's definitely pulled a lot more material back with the large grid than a small grid. And I think that was probably a lot easier to build. Like not having to put life support stuff on there. And it was an entirely new thing for me, so... Never remote controlled anything in this game like that before. And also, I think it's the most successful first attempt at something I've done in this game, so... I'm stoked with the result. It's basically where I'm going with this. It could have been a bit better, like, you know, there was a couple of concerns. We did lose it briefly. But I learned something, so I don't know if that's how it's supposed to work. If it is, it's a bit odd, because I would have thought that if it's in radio range, we would have been able to access it. It was just a little odd. But yeah, not having to put hydrogen tanks and oxygen tanks and all that other business on it made it very compact. It is very purpose-built. It's just a little scout. The biggest drawback with it, I actually, maybe it needed a beacon. Don't know. Suppose, you know, I could look it up, or I could ask somebody else. I might do that at some stage. So, a friend of mine who is pretty good with making drones and automated systems in the game. Yeah, ask him, he would probably have an answer. I was originally going to do this stream with him, but yeah, I don't think that I would have been able to pump out the videos as fast, like, because he has other commitments. So yeah, and I kind of just wanted to get started on it. Like, I've been putting off getting started on doing one of these for a very long time. And yeah, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go at it quite hard. Let's throw all the videos up there as a live stream and chop them up later. I've got all the videos recording as well, so they don't take up that much space on the drive. So yeah, I'm going to try and cut out all the dead air parts and stuff like that, and show all the useful parts in much shorter segments. And also when I've gone over things multiple times, which I tend to do. Okay, let's switch to our camera and extend out our... We've only got 4 drills on the front at the moment, not that that's a huge problem. Just a bit lopsided, but no big deal. Yeah, so extend the piston. Still don't have a light. We've got the light on the drone, which is doing its thing. So let's select our drill. Actually, I think we'll clear a little bit more space around this as well. Now, we picked up a lot of stuff with the drone, and we've already gone through it. So, you know, keeping that in mind, it's like, it would be very inefficient use of time to try and use the drone to pick all this stuff up. But it saved us a lot of fuel to scout out with the drone. I think we might look at chucking those big ion engines on there. Because, yeah, like, just partying around like we are now, it uses a lot of hydrogen. We mainly want to use that for times where we need heavy thrust applications. Whereas big ion engines will do the job well enough for this. So it's just, we need a lot of resources to make that. We need a lot of platinum. So we might go looking around for that. I know that we can get a lot of it on the moon. So yeah, we might make a deep miner for the moon. Dig out a good chunk of platinum there. Like, we've got a lot of gold at the moment, but yeah. Now we've got the nuclear reactor going. That's very good news for us as well. Like, using the nuclear reactor, we've got a lot of excess electricity, or not excess, but we've got a long way to go before we're gonna need to add any more electrical supply to it. So yeah, we can chuck those ion engines on there for doing stuff like this. We don't have to worry about running out of hydrogen. Later on, like if we manage to find a big ice asteroid, we can hang there for a little bit and just mine the crap out of that and fill up our tanks. Maybe even leave like a cargo container, a small nuclear reactor with a bit of fuel in it, and a whole bunch of O2H2 generators and some hydrogen tanks, so we can fill up the cargo containers that we leave there full of ice, or even get it to, like, yeah, just set up a mining rig on an ice asteroid and get it to make fuel for us, and we'll just make like a fuel station there. That'd be really, really handy. It might be something cool to set up. Why? That was super, super annoying. Clearing everything out of the way, not doing anything too stupid, trying to take it easy, and then all of a sudden, bam, gone. Nah. Stupid bloody drill heads. Oh, for fuck's sake. Pardon the language, but damn. What the hell was that? Okay, I'm only putting 3 drills on now because I don't know where the other ones bloody went. Ah, no. Lost them. Okay. Okay. Info. It's not 1016. It must be. There's 3 blocks and 2 blocks, and I don't know which one's which. Yeah, get rid of that. And may as well get rid of that too. Okay. Don't want to delete the drone. Yep, no, that's still there. Oh, okay, one was the piston head. Okay, that was an unintelligent move. Anyway, doesn't matter, I can still add another one on, because I'd weld and bugger all of that drill together as well. I should have realized, but didn't. Okay. So we're only going with 3 drills. So that way it's the same on both sides, don't have to think too carefully about it, because thinking is the #1 source of procrastination. You sit there staring at a problem for a very long time and still not come up with a workable solution. Okay, there's one done. There's 2 done. And also, I'm sick of losing the damn things. Jeez. There was no good reason. It just decided, no, I'm giving up on hanging on here. Don't like you. Okay, plunge it in. We'll try again. Okay, this is going to be 2 bits slower than it was before, but meh, whatever. Gotten to that stage where just don't understand why this is having such a hard time hanging on. Like, I have been way rougher with drills. These have been extremely sensitive. It's like I got the snowflake mod for drills. It's like, you looked at me funny. I'm gonna have a cry about it. I don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. I'm out of here. If you're offended by that particular impersonation of a drill being a snowflake, then I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. I feel bad for you that could upset you. But maybe you need to take a look at yourself if you're upset by that, and maybe consider what is wrong with the way that you see yourself, because that was not meant to be you. That was meant to be a drill being a dick. Throwing a hissy fit, chucking a tantrum, just giving up because it's had a slight tap in a direction it didn't like. Just couldn't do its job properly. Anyway, enough of that. I just have very little patience for anybody who wants to take offense at something. I'm sorry, not really. I feel for you because life must be really hard for you. Like, I'm not trying to upset anyone. That's not the point or the goal. But if you are upset by someone playing a video game and talking rubbish, trying to help people out, then maybe you don't need to watch. You can choose to not watch if you find anything I have said offensive. You're more than welcome to just not view it. I'm not taping your eyelids open with you tied to a chair or anything ridiculous like that. Not like this isn't the Running Man or anything. Whatever the hell that movie was. It is safe, believe it or not. These words will not hurt you. So don't go out and do anything silly. And certainly, please don't blame it on me. Anything I say should not be taken as a direction as to what to do with your life. The only things I can tell you is what I've done in my life and how I managed to deal with those particular situations. That's not advice. Never can I say that anything I have done is going to be directly applicable to any situation anybody else is faced with. I couldn't tell anyone what to do. How would I know? I'm not you. However, I can try and relate, and I can try to imagine myself in your point of view, and I can perhaps say what I might do if I was in a position like that, as best I can imagine it. That's what we do as people when we try to help other people out. Now, what I've decided to do with this stream is demonstrate space engineers. So yeah, I go on tangents a lot, like the ridiculousness of the way media is, like TV, and also a lot of other things going on YouTube. Like, it's absurd to me. Like, something that is supposed to be entertaining or a little edgy or whatever, you know, should be allowed to be said. But that's my personal opinion. You know, I don't personally look at going and attacking an individual. Like, I don't think that that's a smart thing to do. There are a lot of people that I think would deserve it. There is a lot of people that do a lot of questionable things. I don't really want to comment on them because it goes well beyond the scope of anything else. It's just me talking out ideas at the moment whilst I'm sitting here doing some hole digging in a video game. Helps to pass the time. Like, you know, I'm playing a game, but at the same time, these grindy bits can seem very monotonous, very boring, makes for very uninteresting content. And I just talk when there's silence. So I'm imagining I'm just talking to someone who may be listening. When I'd be at work, I'd be talking whilst I'm doing whatever I'm doing, because yeah, it is painful working a set hours job. For me, I would rather do a job where I work until I finish the job. The guy that said time is money, I think he is a scourge of society. Why can't you be paid for a job being done rather than the amount of time? That would promote excellence rather than what I've seen as an epidemic of social loafing, where you've got people that turn up and yeah, other people carry their weight, do a lot of the work, yet they still get paid the same as the people that sit there and do bugger all, spend half their shift sitting on the toilet playing around on their phone or something like that. Drove me insane. And when one of those people got promoted to be my boss, it was like, you know, I can't handle this anymore. It's ridiculous. I am not working under these conditions. That was only one of the many contributing factors as to why I just could not handle mentally going back to my last job. I mean, that job nearly killed me so many times, and I got treated like garbage for it. I always did my job to the best of my abilities, in spite of other people being the laziest, things that I've ever seen in my life. Oh, bugger it. There he goes again. And we persevere with the stupidity of these damn drills. Lasted a little bit longer this time. Not much, but a little. Anyway, pretty sure I added the piston head, but it didn't take. Okay, add a drill. Okay, weld the drill. There's probably the broken leftovers of the piston head. Grind a drill, weld a drill, work. Okay, add another drill. Should be able to add both drills because got one spare. And again, in case you didn't know, that is a limitation of the server. Nah, see, maximum number of specific blocks reached. Can't do that. So yeah, we've got one on our drone. Okay. Well, once we've stuck these stupid things back on, why can I not do it? Okay, that's why. Is there any more of that floating around? Not that I can tell. Anyway, stick the other drill back on. Weld it up. Okay, grind this one down a bit. Weld up a bit more. And weld up a bit of that one. Grind down the rest of this one. We're running out of air. Okay. It's all back together now. Alright. Still only got 2% hydrogen. How are we going for ice in our ship? Okay, we got a bit there. That one is nearly all of that container. Okay, just consolidate this a little. We got crap all over the place. A lot of extra tools. Anyway, sort of spacing out a little bit with that. Chuck that there. Still occupying too much. Doesn't matter. Anyway, okay, we can still take on a fair bit more ice. Like that's nearly full, that's nearly full, that's half full, that one is full. Well, we got stacks in there, got a good chunk in there. So yeah, we've still got a little bit, we can fill it up. So yeah, we'll keep going at it a little bit. Try not to kill these epoxy drills. We'll just take it back out. We're not going to keep pushing it down there. Let's swing it around here. And yeah, it's a little bit slower, but Definitely easier to weld it back up. Stupid thing. I just crawl in, taking it easy. Can we extend the piston, or is it out, or is it in? Ah, that's the other thing, but the reason why we couldn't reach previously. Nice. Yeah, we'll just plunge down. Whoop. Sounds like a cat outside again, making a racket. Stupid bloody things. To all the cat lovers in the potential audience, I don't hate cats. I don't mind cats. I just hate neighbors' cats. Psychopathic little freaking things. That's mine, and that's mine, and you better believe that's mine. I've got scars on my leg from a cat that we had when I was a really young kid. Like I was like 5 or 6 years old. And I was a psychotic cat. If you didn't do what it wanted when it wanted, yeah. Like, we used to live like neighbouring one of the national parks on the outskirts of Perth. And we used to have kangaroos come into our backyard, or we didn't really have a fence or a yard or anything like that. But yeah, we'd have kangaroos coming up to the house and stuff, and just sit there chilling out under, like, in the shade near the house and whatnot. And this cat was that psychotic, it would literally stalk the kangaroos as if it was going to go at them. Now, I've seen a dog go at a kangaroo and get annihilated. Like, yeah, like we lived next door to my grandparents. Like, they had a house, we had a house, all in the same block up on a hill. And yeah, we ended up with this German Shepherd dog that got dumped. Someone just came and dumped it in the bush, and it kind of became my granddad's dog. And yeah, one day, fuck the drill. Okay, I'm done with that drill. Done with drilling for the time being. Like, we are probably not far off of being full anyway, so bugger it. Anyway, yeah, like, this dog decided, look, I'm gonna go play with the kangaroo. And the kangaroo kicked at the dog and caught its collar with one of its back legs and like leaned back and tried to kick it away. And it's just throwing this like German Shepherd. He would have been maybe a year old, so he wasn't like a heavy dog or anything like that. He was a very lanky dog. I think he was a bit of a mongrel dog as well, so a bit of other breed in him or something like that. It was definitely not a purebred. But yeah. And yeah, again, he would have weighed maybe 30 or 40 kilos maybe. Probably somewhere in the vicinity of 30 kilos. He was, a large dog. But yeah, it just got annihilated by this roo, thrown around all over the place. And yeah, this cat we had, this psychotic little thing, would stalk them. And the thing is, that cat was probably a threat to the kangaroos. Like, it was concerning. You used to be very careful walking around with shorts on in summer, because if that cat saw you and decided to go you when you were walking between the shed and the house, ooh, it was like we used to worry about snakes and stuff like that, because we get a lot of Jew guides around there, and like it's not fun getting bitten by a Jew guide. Like, it's got a neurotoxin that paralyzes you. It doesn't feel great. I've been bitten by one once. Won't necessarily kill you, but it could. So normally what they do is they'll treat the symptoms, like if you do get bitten. And if you are looking far worse for wear, then they'll give you the anti-venom if it's really getting severe. When I got bitten by it, that was as an adult, and I lost feeling in one of my legs for quite a time. It felt like I had pins and needles in my leg for ages. But the thing about the Jew guide is, when it bites you, it's got two different kinds of bites. It's got a predatory bite and a defensive bite. This is what the rangers told me. Like when I was talking to them about it, because we had a significant snake problem at one of our houses, one of the houses we lived at. A while ago now. It's the first one me and my first wife built. Anyway, so they've only got really short fangs. They're about 5 millimeters long, I think it was. And when they bite you, they might just snap at you and not inject a large amount of venom. And that's what it did to me, because I was trying to get it out from under the car. It'd been chewed up a little bit by the dog and it was pissed off, and I was just going to chop its head off with the shovel, and it swings around and bites me on the jeans. I didn't think it actually broke the skin, but it did put a little bit of venom onto the jeans, which soaked into my skin, and paralyzed my leg a little bit for probably about 6 weeks or so. And numbness in my leg, which made it very hard when I was playing in the band. We go and play at a pub called the Mustang Bar on a Wednesday night just after it happened, and our drummer looks at me and goes, "Why are you walking funny?" I was like, "Oh, I got bit by a freaking snake." The kid's mum was going off her trolley screaming about wanting to sell the house and all the rest of that business, and this place is a death trap. And I was like, "Oh, look, I'm not dead, you'll be fine." When we first realised there was a snake in the backyard, the dog was going at it and being a dick. And my son walks up when he was, he would have been not even 2 at the time, and just toddling around the backyard, and walks over to go and pick it up because he didn't realise what it was. And it's like, wee, yoink. Throw him back inside, come back out with a shovel and a rake, try to deal with it, and end up becoming a victim to it. So that was pretty stupid. I mean, that's the other thing that the rangers told me, and also the reptile handlers, because we had to call them out a bunch of times. Snakes are a protected species in Australia, but it had already been eaten a bit by the dogs, or some snakes are protected. I don't know if all are. You can't just go around killing the snakes indiscriminately. Not that I would really want to do that anyway. But we also had tiger snakes turn up there, and springtime was particularly concerning. I know we had tiger snakes because I had a cat ever since I was a teenager, and when I moved out of home, the cat came with me, and that cat was very good at being a cat. It wasn't as vicious as the one that I was talking about before, the one that used to stalk us and all that sort of stuff. But it had a good instinct for catching things. And one day it climbs over the fence. with half a tiger snake. And that was really concerning because a tiger snake will kill you. And when we saw that we had those in the neighborhood, it was, we had sort of like a little bit of a nature preserve, and then we had a highway, probably about, would have been about 50 meters or so from our back fence. So we had 50 meters of just scrub land, like just bush and whatever, just behind or between our house and this highway. Like, we were living in a built-up suburb, but because of that there was a lot of dogs and cats in neighborhoods that got killed by dugites and tiger snakes and stuff like that. So yeah, the dugites won't necessarily kill you, but don't want to get bit by them, that's for sure. It's not pleasant. Like, if you do get a severe bite, it can be life-threatening. And it's even even just having the poison absorbed through your skin. Like, if you do get bitten on your clothing, get away from the snake, remove the clothing and wash the area well. But they do well, at least that's what I would do, to try and make sure I didn't absorb too much of the snake venom. But that being said, if you do get bitten, they suggest that you don't wash it away, so that way they can help to identify what snake actually bit you when you go to hospital. So if they do have to administer anti-venom, they know what stuff to give you. Like, whereas in my circumstance, I just took I would have taken the dead snake in with me when I went to the hospital. So I was like, that's how I know what snake it is. And it was like, well, and if the ranger goes to have a sook about me killing a snake, it was like, well, it was going to die anyway because the dog had to go at it after it came in the backyard. So I don't want to let it sit there and suffer in pain. I don't like killing things. Like, I don't actively hunt, because I've got no need. Like, I'll only catch fish to eat fish if I want to, which is not often. But yeah, I don't just indiscriminately kill anything, like, except for mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, I don't know what their purpose is other than to lower the human population and just make summer miserable. Like, especially like when it starts raining in summer, it gets all humid and stuff, all the mozzies come out and you're sitting outside, it's freaking hot, you're wearing shorts and short sleeve shirt, and they just make a beeline for you. Now, I'm pretty fortunate we don't have malaria here or anything like that, but it's still freaking annoying. Blood-sucking vampire bugs. It's almost like being surrounded by lawyers. Anyway, Australia, it's, everybody goes, oh, it must be great there, it's warm and it's this and it's that. It's like, but, a lot of the wildlife does try to kill you. Everything sucks as far as that goes. We've got a very inept government. Nothing is, what it looks like in a tourism magazine. Everything's freaking expensive. Like, you earn bugger all money, get taxed enormously. Like, I think we have one of the highest tax rates in the world. Like, you get taxed on the money you earn, you get taxed on everything you buy, and there was a point where our Prime Minister was trying to tax the air you breathe. There was some idiot professor that wanted to tax you for all the carbon that your children would produce through their life. you know, I have contributed so much to our economy in my time spent working, and yet I still get treated as if I owe the government something. And it's like, I'm crippled now because of the job that I used to have to do. I got made to feel like shit the whole process of it, and I've just been discarded like I'm a problem that no one wants to deal with. So as far as I'm concerned, our government can go and eat a bag of various genitalia. Same with anybody who wants to try and tell me that I'm doing something wrong with my life. It's like, what the hell would you know? You're not me. And that's the same as I can't tell anybody else what they should or shouldn't do unless it's adversely affecting me. But basically, yeah, I raised my kids with a simple rule, which is every day try not to be a dick to people and you'll be a good person. The simplest way to figure out how not to be a dick is before you do something that's gonna affect someone else, think about whether or not you want someone to do that to you. If you don't, it's probably not a good idea. And that's all you need to do as a parent. Anybody who says parenting's hard, it's fucking thick. Parenting is easy. All you have to do is teach your kids to be good people in that way. Everything else stems from that as a concept. The easiest thing I've ever done, or the most natural thing I've known how to do, is how to be a dad. And I've had everybody tell me I'm doing it wrong, and now everybody looks at my two older kids who are close to being adults, or one is an adult now, and he's just turned 18. Tell me, geez, you've got some really great kids there. And it's like, yeah, I know. I put a lot of effort into raising them properly, in spite of all the abuse they suffered from various women over the years. So, yeah, it's a shame. After their mum died, there was some very unfortunate times with women. Everybody told me I need to find a good woman, and after their mum died, I couldn't. And everybody told me, oh, you can't raise kids by yourself, you know, men don't do that sort of thing. And it's like, I did a much better job by myself than with abusive women, I can tell you that now. So, anyway, just throwing that out there. Take from it what you will. Women can be extremely abusive to men and destructive to people. Not all. Some. My experience has been like the 3 relationships I had after my first wife died were horrible, and everybody assumed I was the problem because I'm the bloke. That's something that needs to change in the world. I think that every single situation should be taken based on merit and evidence. And there was a lot of evidence to implicate the other people, and it all got ignored because it didn't fit the narrative that they wanted to present. So I got stooged pretty bad. My kids copped a lot of abuse from them, and yeah, destroyed everything I had at the time. So yeah, start again, try to rebuild, do something new, and here I am. Anyway, that got dark quick. Just plodding along towards the moon. I think we might be able to land with the amount of fuel we have. Don't really like the idea of it. I mean, yeah, we got 10% in that tank, which is not a lot. Actually, if we stockpile everything to that tank, do we even have one full tank? We've got one half full tank. That's concerning. I don't know if we can do this, but I want to do it before the end of the stream. I don't want to make this one just me just ranting about random crap. I think we'll try to put it down in this spot here. So we'll throw ourselves at that and we'll kill the power. I don't know how far we are. We do have a landing gear ready to go. We've got just about everything ready to go. The only thing that's really an iffy thing is how much fuel we got, how much ice do we have. We still have got some ice, so we're gonna be able to make a little bit more fuel on the way. We'll chuck ourselves in this big crater here, I think. So hopefully there'll be a nice big flat spot there. I mean, we're going to be very exposed as well. Like, we'll be visible from space with someone who's with a keen eye. Like, this is a very large ship, but yeah, we'll put it down, refine the ice that we have on here, maybe even turn that little ship, we'll chuck some wheels on it so we can go around, drive it around and mine stuff. Just see how we go. I think we might be able to do this because the moon's gravity is not that severe. We can't accelerate faster than 104 meters a second or so, I think, with gravity helping us down. COVID-19 tracking nanite injection room. Thought maybe that's an acronym for something else. It just looks odd. Why would you put that in a game? Who knows? Alright. Let's turn our engines back on. Whoops, don't want to do that. We'll start controlling the direction that we want to go. Like, all that blue stuff is ice. So, actually, maybe we'll go down more over here. Yeah, we'll go this way. This looks a little bit deeper. And yeah, we'll just surface mine it. Dig it out. We'll park up for now. Probably call an end to the stream. Don't want to go super long with it. I mean, this is supposed to be, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna edit out all of that big rant there and the snake stories and all that sort of stuff. Might chuck them in as shorts, or who knows. Because people have a lot of interesting ideas about Australia. And you know, I recently heard someone saying, oh, not everything in Australia is trying to kill you. And it's like, oh yeah, everything in Australia does try to kill you. Even if you're just a motorist, or if you're a motorcyclist, you treat everyone like they're trying to kill you. That's how you don't get killed riding a motorbike. Because other people will try to kill you, or at least that's the way they drive their cars. So the weather tries to kill you. There's been a lot of people, believe it or not, climbed up on Ez Rock, had a nap once they got to the top, and died of heat stroke. Ez Rock's killed something like 40 people that way. Heat kills people regularly here. The weather. Storms kill people. If it's too cold, people die. Australia is not as hospitable as people think. If you're not careful, you're going to have a very bad time. And then if you manage to survive just the weather, then you've got spiders and snakes and trees. There's the world's most painful trees in Queensland, apparently. Like, I haven't been to Queensland, but I've heard about the damn thing. Someone told me once about a tree called the wait-a-while tree. And that's because that's what you do when you get stuck in it. It sticks to you all over and fills you full of glass needles. That's a tree. There's some plants that, they will hurt after being exposed for like a very, very long time because little glass fibers stick in you and stuff like that. Australia is we even had, like, the platypus, it's poisonous. Like, it's got a little poison thing. Hey, we've got a signal over there. Okay, we are running on fuel still. That hasn't changed. So let's get down lower. I'm gonna give ourselves a little bit of space from anybody else. We don't want to pick up too much speed on the way down because we're going to have to get rid of it. But yeah, we want to park on a good chunk of ice. Yeah, over there looks alright. Let's go over there. Yeah, we can just bore in sideways over there. We'll just make a little rover or something and make a little pickup point for it. Try and get down before we run out of fuel. So chuck all of our thrusters on. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be too much hostility that we're facing, so we are pretty close to that unknown signal, so yeah, we're going to turn off all our antennas before we attract attention. Might go check those beacons out later. They could be hostile NPCs. Or just not friendly ones. They might not shoot at us, but we might not be able to trade there. Anyway, could have landed on a less bumpy bit. And why are we not parking? Did we lost our landing gear? Ah, damn it. Alright, we're just gonna set it down on the ground as it is now. Just gonna sit. And engines off. And janky, but safe-ish. Okay, so go through, turn off antenna broadcasting here. Actually, yeah, we'll turn it off and we'll go and manually turn off the other one. So we want to leave the ship on, but we don't want broadcasting on. So we're just going to control panel here, antenna, turn off broadcasting. Oh, and the other thing we want to do is turn off the beacons broadcasting. So, because yeah, we don't need to. We'll just turn that off. Alright, we have made it to the moon. We have completed the objective we set out to do today, or this stream. And yeah, we didn't land the way we intended to, but we did land safely with a tiny bit of fuel left. I'm curious to know why that landing gear didn't do its job, but so yeah, hopefully we don't get raided. I think we'll be okay. I mean, like, yeah, we've got no security set up, so that's maybe something we should do. We'll set up some turrets around. Yeah, why not? Just to attempt, or you know, we can annoy people that might come and try to do something nefarious to us. So yeah, we'll stick 4 turrets on, and we'll make a bunch of ammo for that. So the interior. Oh, actually, if we just go turret. We can cycle through all the turrets with this. Yeah, we'll just... Well, we need interior plate for this. That is a very odd looking thing. Doesn't look like it's supposed to. Anyway, yeah, we want the interior turret. So, interior plate. Just place 4 around, put 1 in each corner. Just down, and probably should extend a couple blocks up there. So, yeah. And of course we need steel plate. Thought we might have had some on hand, but no. The other thing that we're going to need is some ammo for it. We're going to have to load up the ammo manually. We'll stick the other turret down and we'll just collect up everything we need. So yeah, another turret there. So yeah. Okay, put everything to production. Okay, that's that. That's that. There's another one. And the last one. Alright, now let's make some ammo for it. The ammo that we need for it is... I think it's this one. Or is it this one? I can't remember. We'll do one of each and see which one works. So yeah, it's a pistol type ammo that goes in there. Okay, ammo. Nope. Try magazine. Where did it end up? So Yep. We have to do this manually with these things. It's the big downside of it. It's a bit of a pain. Does this one go in as well? No. So that's the one we want. Production. Ammo. Make a boatload of this stuff for me. Now, so we can chuck that back, take this out, and we'll just load up those turrets, stacks of ammo. That's our interior turret. There we go. There's some. Okay, we just chart 10 in each for now. 10 in there. I want a lot more than 10. This is minimal. Like, I'd rather use the Gatling guns as well, but don't know where I want them. I have to pipe them up, make Gatling ammo, so on and so forth. It's a bit of a bigger job, so 20 in that one, and we'll see if we've got any more made up. Not many. What is it? MR. Try that. That's not producing very well. Why not? Because we don't have very much magnesium made up. So let's have a look at our refinery. Magnesium. We should have stacks of yeah, we do. Alright, chuck that in there. Take out that. Take out that. Fill that up. There we go. Now we're going. Now let's have a look and see if we can find our ammo. No, we got some. Oops. So, how much we got in here? 10. Another 10. Got 20 in that. Ideally, you want to have maxed. But I think that's 768. So just spread them around at the moment. So every gun's got at least some. I don't know how many bullets are in a magazine. Oh, the other thing we should do is check our control panel for our interior turrets, wherever the hell they are. There we go. Interior turrets, aiming radius is up, target missiles as well. Don't target neutrals, target enemies, stations, everything is on. So yeah. So if anybody walks up here unexpecting defenses, they're going to get shot. If they're just a character, they'll get killed. These will do bugger all against the ship, but they're a deterrent. In theory, in actuality, it will just present itself as being a challenge. But being on the ground, yeah, just want to give myself a little bit better a chance for success. Like, we won't be logged off. So yeah, we'll chuck some more in one of the other guns. See which one's lower. 60. That one I'm pretty sure adds a bunch in it. How much is in this one? 36, so just chuck the rest in there. It's close to 60. We will look at making defenses a lot better. At the moment, this might come back to bite me, but you know, we're not going to last a hell of a long time. Main thing we want to do down here is mine ice and then go and leave, but we've only got 20 in that one. So, but yeah, I want to take a break from the game for a little bit. Go on, have a little bit of a sleep, maybe, if I can. Yeah, so actually do a little bit of an outro type thing. I'll have a quick look around. Like, you know, we got to the moon. This was an achievement. Also, we'll have a look and see what our... Yeah, see, we got bugger all fuel. Probably don't have a hell of a lot of ice. Oh, we've got a bit, so we'll be able to get off the moon if we want to, but we won't be able to do much after we do. But yeah, I mean, we got all the way from Pertram to the Earth-like moon, crashing majorly twice that one. Well, we parked with a pretty epic looking view, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we'll dig up a bunch of this ice. In the next one, we'll set up a drilling rig, I think, provided that we're all still here by the time we log back on, which won't be too long. Like, come back tomorrow, have a good crack at it, and yeah, we'll drill out mountains of this ice. We got mountains of ice here, so we're going to make good use of this. Fill up our tanks, like our hydrogen tanks. We'll also maybe scout around the planet, have a look, or the moon rather, see if we can find a good platinum deposit, and we'll make up, we'll build some ion thrusters. I think that is going to be a beneficial thing for us. Definitely make the reliance on hydrogen in space a lot less necessary. I don't like having to be as frugal with rusting in space, so to say. There was no double entendre meant there, so if you choose to add your own meanings to that, then so be it. That was not the intention. Anyway, yeah, I don't like having to be sparse with the engines in space. I like to be able to move around freely. So, yeah. Moon gravity. It's a lot better than Pertram. Don't have to worry about whether or not we're gonna stack it. I mean, even managed to jump up here. There's no way we could have done that on Pertram. But yeah, what a marvellous view. Got a nice view of the Earth-like world there. Anyway, enough of that. I wonder if they call that Earthrise. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if we can actually build a colony on the moon. I'd be up for that. It'd definitely be an interesting adventure, that's for sure. A lot of new, interesting challenges. But, you know, gonna have to settle for space engineers for the time being, which, you know, I have been thoroughly enjoying. So, yeah, call it a day for now. If you have watched, I hope you gained something from it. Not necessarily from my random rants or stories of being attacked by Australian wildlife or, you know, other random animals that just happen to be in the neighbourhood. But anyway, yeah, we made it. Objective completed. So I will see you next time.